General Lab Safety Part 2. Internal Radiation Hazard. Irradiation of internal organs and tissues can occur due to active materials entering the body by the following routes. For example, direct skin irradiation, inhalation. Depending on the particle size, the material may become lodged in different areas. Large particle in the nose, some element concentrated in specific organ. Iodine in thyroid, for example. Ingestion. Usually insoluble material will pass through the gut and be excreted, but soluble material will find its way to the whole body or to specific organs. Wounds. This route operates in a similar way to ingestion. Dose limit. Exposure below 20 millisievert per year, average over 5 years. The effective dose should not exceed 50 millisievert in any single year. Dealing with radioactive spill. In the event of a spill, it is essential to minimize the spread of contamination. Report all spillage immediately to both your supervisor and department radiation officer. Isolate the suspected area of contamination. Identify, if possible, the type of contamination, or for example the nuclides involved or not, as it may be necessary to use breathing apparatus, protective clothing or other equipment. Continue. Determine the area of contamination by monitoring after taking the necessary precaution. Starting from the outer edge, decontaminate the area in convenience sector by wiping and scrubbing. And before moving on, ensure that the sector is clean by monitoring. Dispose of radioactive waste according to the appropriate requirement. General safety rules. Listen to or read instructions carefully before attempting to do anything. Wear safety goggles to protect your eyes from chemical, heated materials or things that might be able to shatter. Notify your lecturer if any spills or accident occur. After handling chemicals, always wash your hand with soap and water. Continue. During lab work, keep your hands away from your face. Tie back long hair. Roll up loose sleeve. Know the location of the fire extinguisher, fire blanket, eye wash station and first aid kit. Keep your work area uncluttered. Take to the lab station only what is necessary. It is suggested that you wear glasses rather than contact lens. Never put anything into your mouth during a lab experiment. Clean up your lab area at the conclusion of the laboratory period. Never host around or play practical jokes in the laboratory. Glassware safety. First, chipped or cracked glassware should not be used. Show it to the lecturer. Broken glassware should not be disposed of in a classroom trash can. There is a special glass disposal container for it. When pouring liquids into glassware, make sure the container you are pouring into is resting on a table at least a hand breadth from the edge. Pour down a glass stirring rod to prevent liquids from spattering. If a piece of glassware gets broken, do not try to clean it up by yourself. Notify the teacher or instructor. When inserting glass tube into a rubber stopper, apply a lubricant like glycerin to the glass and use a twisting motion. Do not place hot glassware in water. Rapid cooling may make it shelter. And chemical safety part, wear protective goggle and a lab apron whenever heating or pouring hazardous chemical. Never mix chemical together unless you are told to do so, and then only in the manner specified. Never taste any chemical. You should never taste anything in the lab. If you need to smell the odor of a chemical, waft the fume toward your nose with one hand. Do not put your nose over the container and inhale the fumes. Never pour water into a concentrated acid. Acid should be poured slowly into water. Follow the instruction of your teacher when disposing of all chemical. Wash your hand after handling hazardous chemical. Finish for part 2.